Hello there, beautiful souls. My now. How are y'all doing here tonight? Welcome to my Wednesday live. I have this earpiece in because I really want to be able to hear how I sound on this microphone. Make sure everything is working well because I've been struggling with that for a few of my lives lately. But I'm live tonight, y'all. I'm back live, excited to be here tonight. I want to start off by saying hello there, my beautiful souls. Welcome to my live on self care, vlogging, and self care love and self love and all that stuff. I'm your guru, Renika Hamilton. I am your cheerleader, your guide in all things self love. Tonight, I am unscripted because I have been listening to lots of podcasts and TikToks and videos on self love, and I wanted to clarify some things that I've been seeing people say. And so tonight I wanted to come from the heart, speak from the heart, and talk through what I feel self love is not. Okay. Because we're hearing a lot of things from people. And I just want to make sure people know that sometimes, self love is self care, and self love is what you want to do for yourself. So, as we get started tonight, I just want to remind you to don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends so that anybody who's looking forward to having their own self love journey will definitely get what they need to be the best versions of themselves for themselves. All right, so we're going to get started, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey and my self love and self care, where I've come from, why I feel like I am just really good at this topic, and why I'm compelled to share this with you. So, a long time ago, you guys know my story. If you don't know, a few years ago, I lost my dad, and right after that, I started gaining a whole bunch of weight. I don't know, like I was just going through some things in my life. And part of that, I was having a hard time being able to lose the weight and figure out what I could do to lose the weight. And then I found this program. So when I found the program, I was able to start losing the weight. I lost like 70 pounds in 8 months. I was feeling so good. While I was going through the process, I started doing some work in my mental self. Like I just started mentally feeling better. It was something about the healing that I was doing in my body was healing myself mentally and getting me closer spiritually, the way that I wanted to be. So it took me on this journey to start discovering myself. Like, why did I let myself get to where I did? How did I overcome? How did I get my mind right where I could focus on doing what I needed to lose the weight? And that's where my self journey started. And it was just an amazing, amazing self journey. What I learned is that the determination and the skill set that I had to really stick to this, and the determination to do what I needed to do to lose the weight was all because I had hit my rock bottom. Sometimes when you hit rock bottom in a situation, that's when your eyes open, and that's when you're just like, I have nowhere else to go but up. And that's how I felt. I was at a place where I just had no other place but to go up. And so I started focusing on some things about myself that I really wanted to change. And actually, I understood my relationship with food because of how I was feeling badly about myself. So, one of the things that I used to do really bad was wait for other people to tell me how to feel. I was too worried about how everybody else thought about me, what they felt about me, instead of myself. I was so accommodating to anybody, like everybody had access to my life, and everybody could just do whatever they wanted in my life without me like putting up too much of a fight, not setting boundaries and things like that. And it ended up with me getting really hurt in a lot of situations. Lots of lots of people were doing things, that really hurt my feelings, and I kept thinking, is something wrong with me? Something I have done something wrong. I don't understand what's going on. And so it took me on this journey to start to understand, like, what is wrong with me? Why do people want to treat me this way? Why am I being treated this way when I'm so kind and so generous and so sweet and so nice, and I'm still not getting treated well? that's when I started learning that it's because I was too focused on all the external factors and what everybody else thought and what everybody else wanted in my life versus what I wanted in my life and what I wanted to tolerate and how I could make myself better. And so that began my self care journey. I started reading a lot about this. I started watching a lot of vlogs. I started listening to a lot of people on it. And then I defined what that self love journey was for myself. I decided to share some of the things and the strategies and things that I implemented because it just worked so well. The way that I am today versus the way that I was when I was struggling with this is so much more different than how I used to be. And so now I have more, um, more control over my own life and more control over the destiny, my like what I want. And it's like I'm creating the life that I want. I'm able to manifest the life that I want. I'm able to do the things that I want in my life because I'm so excited and working on my own self care and my own self love journey. So now when I hear people talk today about self love, I hear a lot of people say things like, um, you can't have love in your life if you don't have the love for yourself. And I think that while some parts of that statement is true, not all of it is true. Self love is all about discovering who you are, being self aware of who you are, being self aware of what you like, setting the appropriate boundaries to protect yourself. That's what self love is all about. Self love, self care is all about taking care of yourself inside and out. It is not about isolating yourself while you get to punish yourself to love yourself. That's not it. And people are saying that, and I'm feeling so bad when I hear it. It hurts my feelings every time because I'm a person who likes to be surrounded by other people. I love being engaged with different friends and going out and being in relationships, things like that. And for the longest time, I listened to that. I thought, oh, well, I can't learn to love anybody else if I don't learn to love myself, which translated into me thinking I just have to sit in isolation. I got to be by myself and learn to love to be by myself. And that's not necessarily true. That's not what self-love is all about. Self-love is about just taking that time to carve out, if you like to be around other people and right now in your life those people are not serving you well, how can you listen to what your inner self is telling you about the relationships that you are attracting in your life that could be the hindrance in the type of relationships that you want to build? It doesn't mean you have to cold turkey quit the relationships until you figure out how to love yourself. That's not it. Self-love and self-care and this whole journey is an ongoing journey. It never stops. So once you get on this path of learning how to take care of yourself, you always have to do it until the day that you're no longer able to do it. Because that's what the journey is all about. Is about yourself. So you want to reflect inside, reflect, for yourself what you need, and know when you can take guidance from other people and when you can't. So, the expert of your self love, your self care journey is in you. You are the driver of what your journey will look like. You're the driver of how self love, like the definition of what that means to you. You are the driver of what you need as far as care goes on in your life. Nobody else can tell you that well enough than your own self. You are the only person who knows intimately what you have been through. You're the only person who knows what it will take to make you feel happy. Like, you're the only person. So that's why I'm always telling people you are the creator of your life. You are the creator of your outcomes. You cannot control other people and what's going on around you. You can only control yourself. So your journey needs to be based on yourself. You actually define exactly what you want your love, your love to be for yourself. If you are shutting yourself off and you're feeling like, I just don't feel love, I don't feel the self love, and you keep isolating yourself because you feel like, oh, I'm just not doing this right, it's because you're listening too much to somebody else and what they're saying in their journey. It might work for them, but it might not work for you. If part of your self-love journey is to put yourself and surround yourself around people that make you feel good, then go do that. Go find those people that make you feel good. It might just be that the people in your life right now are not making you feel as well and as good. You just have to listen and know that within yourself and start to put yourself around those people that are going to help you on your journey. And like I said, this journey is ever going, it's everlasting. It's not something you just do one time, it's not something you do for a few months, it's not something you do for a year and you're like, oh, I've got it, I've learned self-love, now I'm done. No, this is a everyday journey. One of the things I share with you all the time is that I wake up every morning and I meditate and I think about the life that I want to live, and I think about the gratefulness of my life and where I am. I have gotten to a place right now where I feel so much better about how I feel about my life and where I'm going, what I want to do, and how I feel. I used to just like I used to walk around and I used to think I had like some type of something on my head that said, "Hey, come here and criticize me. Come and tell me what all I'm doing wrong." Because that's how I felt every time I walked out the house. People were just always coming to tell me something about myself. A stranger would even do it. And I was like, "What is it? Why is this happening to me?" And it wasn't until I started learning within myself that it's just me. It was me accepting it because I just was so um, tied to what everybody else thought, and I thought I needed to hear. I thought I needed to be able to do that, to grow and learn, but that's not it. The self journey and the self awareness that I have now, it's got me to a place now where somebody can say something to me and it just rolls completely off. It doesn't bother me anymore. That stuff used to bother me so much so that I used to get so stressed out about it. And I told y'all before, like, if you don't know a little bit about weight gaining, like gaining weight, when you're stressed out, you produce a hormone in your body, and especially in women, called cortisol. And it just it causes you to just hold on to like your food and stuff, and you start getting, if you start having inflammation, you start like gaining weight, and you start feeling really bad. And that was because you're stressing yourself out. So like one of my self-care journeys and self-love exercises is to reduce the stress in my life. And to reduce stress in my life is to not have people come into my life trying to dictate and tell me what I need to do. So I have been truly working on listening to myself, not to everybody else, about what's good for my life or what I need in my life and how I want to grow in my life. I'm the only person that can do that. And you are the only person that can do that in your life. So I feel so much better right now. It feels amazing to be in this space. The relationships that I'm able to be in right now because of the love that I have developed in myself and how I have done this for myself. Like I can read energies now. I clearly understand when there are certain people that just don't jive with the type of energy that I want to be around, that's going to help me to grow and feel better, because that's what I want. I want to be in a space, I want to be able to be in a world where I feel good every day and I feel happy. And I know that certain people, certain energies will not allow me to do that freely the way that I want to. And so now I have the ability to recognize that really easily. I can hear myself talk, I can hear exactly how I'm feeling, because every morning I wake up, I sit with myself and I understand myself, what I need. And that's what I want you to do. I want you all to be able to have this same type of experience. Like wake up every day and think about yourself, like put yourself as the number one priority. And it doesn't mean that you have to go around looking for people who are going to prioritize you. If you can't prioritize me, then you're not going to be in my life. It's not self-love. That's like crazy. What you need to do is make sure that you understand that you actually set the priority for yourself. And then you invite people into your space based on needs that they fulfill for your happiness, for your own space. Like that's what building self-love and having this self-love journey is all about. So the next time you hear somebody talking about self-love and sharing information about what you need to do, all these things, take it, with a grain of salt, really, because you really need to listen to it and pick out the things that make sense to you as you develop your own journey, your own process for your self-love. I want you to continue to come and listen to me, listen to these broadcasts. I will continue to share things that I've learned in my journey because I I can't really explain, like, I can't really show you too much how this has changed my life, other than when you start to see my life change, like when you start to see me do things differently and act differently, you'll be able to know. So you just have to stay tuned and watch those things and watch me and see that to understand what I'm talking about. But I will be giving you guidance and giving you tips based on things that I have learned and what I have studied and all the things that I know that I have tried personally. um, I'll be sharing those things with you, and you will take what resonates with you. You will take the things, you will take the pieces from what I'm able to share and apply it to your own situation based on pretty much what you need. Okay. So that's all. I wanted to really come on here today and share my thoughts because I just wanted to kind of clarify how I got on this self-care journey, how I crafted it for myself, and how it truly is blessing my life. Like my life is changing in so many ways that it's just it's just amazing. I've been talking to people lately. They will see me and they'll say, "You just seem so happy." And I am. And it's not really one thing or one person or one, situation that's making me happy. It's all the things that I created to open up the spaces to allow those people and those things, those situations to occur in my life that helps to add to the happiness that I desire and that I want in my life. And that has really changed me for the better. And I just feel so good. So I want you to feel the same way. I want you to feel amazing about your life. I want you to feel to get all the things in life that you desire because it is possible. It is definitely possible. Even though sometimes, and I still go through these situations where things aren't going exactly like I want them to go, but I know what I want. I know what it will take to get me there. I know all the people in my life that I need to surround myself with to help me get even closer to those things. So that's what makes me so excited about the self love journey and why I just want to scream to the top of my lungs. I want to scream to the masses. I want everybody to understand this. And I also want to encourage you that if you're inspired to help people out with their self-love journey, just be mindful, be careful to know that your way is not the best way. Like the only person who can define the best way to go about this journey is the individual themselves. So think about that, reflect on that, make sure you understand that wholeheartedly. And I'm so excited that I have learned this and that I'm able to share this with listeners, with anybody who it might touch. And even if it's only one person out there, I have done exactly what I put myself and I set myself out to do, which is to touch at least one person's life. And when I do that, I feel accomplished and I am good. Okay. That part makes me happy. And doing these broadcasts makes me happy. So I thank you all so very much for listening and engaging with me. Stay tuned because I just feel like things are just lining up exactly to how I want them to be in my life, and you'll be able to see those things pretty soon. Um, and it will help you understand why I am preaching this so much. And I hope that it will inspire you to do this for your own life. I really do, because this just feels so good. So thank you all very much for joining me tonight. As always, I want to remind you again, don't forget to like, comment, share, ask me questions, give me a shout out, just do whatever, and make sure you put on your notifications so you can know in YouTube when I go live, and just be my Facebook friend. You should be able to get those notifications when I go live. But I thank you all so very much for your attention tonight. And remember, like I always say, you deserve to feel your absolute very best, both inside and out. I want you to feel as good as I feel daily now. And I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining. I love you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye.